So hey everyone, here we go. Shiba Inu's first marketing plan. And this time, Shiba holders Moon Station, Shiba Transport. Someone put a lot of effort into this. Look at this, how well this is made. And if this is the future, I'm gonna be actually putting everything into SHIB right now. What's going on, everyone? Be sure to drop a like if you check over here. This could potentially be the future. Who knows, we could be having a state based on SHIB, you never know. And this man put a lot of marketing details into this, but I do have some other news as well. Like if this was true, so let's just take a look and look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at this. You have Shiba Swap basically transition here from one billboard to another. And I think just taking one design out of this could change everything. And whoever did this actually opened up an aspect what Shiba Inu could be, what the marketing could happen, because the decentralized community can fund way more than a big company from what I'm seeing so far. So obviously I'm not going to be going through the whole video, but it clearly tells you that there's a lot of potential, a lot of beautiful images happening. So there's the actual news we have to get into here. Investors cashing out of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust might bring market boost. And this is something I talked about before. So let me remind you, Grayscale Foundation is opening on July 16th. And a lot of analysts and traders are saying that it's going to crash the markets down to 20,000 per Bitcoin. Now, investors who locked in borrowed coins will need to repurchase those to repay the loan, cryptocurrency pundits say. And the Bitcoin market could get a boost this month from the expiration of investors' restrictions on the sale of shares in Grayscale Bitcoin and the world's largest cryptocurrency fund. So what's happening is basically the Bitcoin market, someone is getting their expiration, a lot of investors. And basically it will open up the market for either Bitcoin to be sold or to be bought. We shall see what happens with that. But some digital asset analysts and investors said it's possible some of these investors might need to enter the market to buy Bitcoin to repay cryptocurrency loans that used to finance their original purchases of GBTC shares. What does this mean for Shiba Inu? Basically, if Bitcoin goes up, and I was always saying, then Shiba Inu goes up. But what's really important here, if this proves for a bullish pattern, then we break the cycle and Shiba Inu can finally have its uptrend when it's, updates, when it's marketing and everything else makes a big difference. Lots of bearish chatter on GBTC unlock while conveniently ignoring that in-kind subscription funded by debt will ultimately translate into spot buying. Crypto service provider Amber tweeted. And that few contrast with a forecast published last month by JP analyst at JP Morgan, the largest US bank, who argued the end of the lockup period would weigh on GBTC shares and Bitcoin, basically saying that selling all of GBTC shares exiting the 6-month lockup during the period of June and July has emerged as an additional headwind for Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin is going to be dropping even more. Now, the dynamic would lead to downward pressure on GBTC prices and on Bitcoin markets more generally. The biggest unlocks are happening over the next 2 months, which could lead to heavy selling of GBTC on the open market. And we could be seeing, this is when everything is unlocking from what I saw in this graph. But a lot of people are saying this will actually increase the prices. Now, what happens, we shall see. But you can obviously see the pattern here. On 17th of July is when we're going to be seeing those big drops or big increases. And I'm really excited to see what happens next. Are institutions going to be buying these? Is our Shiba Inu coins safe? Are they going to be buying all of the Shiba Inu coins? As those who sell GBTC will have to buy back Bitcoin to cover the short leg of a trade. So this is actual news by the analysts. So the unwind could be a significant event, partly because the trade itself has been so popular in the recent years into early 2021. According to JP Morgan, the trust saw records inflows of $2 billion in December. So we're not talking about millions, we're talking about billions here. And people invested, big investors invested billions into this. And accredited investors could subscribe to GBTC shares directly to the fund's net asset value. And it's closely linked to the spot price price of Bitcoin. They did so in daily private placement. So for a long time, and due to a variety of reasons, the GBTC shares traded a premium of 40% or more to spot Bitcoin price. So for the big investors, it looked like a sure way to profit, right? Because Bitcoin was going up and they were basically buying Bitcoin every single day from what I'm guessing, especially with market sentiment quite bullish. But then what happened? Basically, it fell down. It was falling sharply or flipping to a discount, and it was not giving as much. So as of Thursday, GBTC shares traded at a discount of 10%, and that means they're basically losing money right now, and investors will basically unlock their portfolio, and it could be that they sell all of it. So they bought it around 35 to 40,000, and the January tranche of GBTC share unlocks is scheduled for this month and is likely to release nearly 40,000 of GBTC shares, according to data source beat.com. So why should you care if you're a Shiba Inu holder? Well, firstly, we're seriously tied to the Bitcoin prices. Secondly, the most important thing here is right now, if this proves in a positive way, Shiba Inu will see the big increase we need. But the biggest single day unlock is slated to happen on July 18 with the release of shares worth 16,000 Bitcoin. Now, I think investment at that time will be coming in and buying them organically. So upon unlocking, carry traders could snap up Bitcoin from the spot market to repay loans or to return them to original portfolio position, lifting Bitcoin higher. So if they bought it at 35 to 40,000, I don't know, understand why exactly they would sell it. But so far, that's 16,000 Bitcoin. Well, that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot, man. We're gonna be seeing big trades on July 18th. So prepare yourself, everyone. We're coming in for a big run. But hey, positive news. Woohoo! Marathon Digital reports 70% increase in Bitcoin production in June. The publicly traded mining company generated 650 Bitcoins in quarter two, more than triple its quarter one. So as there's no Chinese miners, these Bitcoin miners are coming in and they're giving a lot of profit to Bitcoin. The more miners, the better it is for Bitcoin to grow. Because if they mine Bitcoin, this actually does generate value. They have to kind of, pay a few taxes then and there, but Las Vegas-based Marathon said now holds approximately 5,700 Bitcoin at the value of 200 million based on July 1 price of 35,000 per Bitcoin, including 4,182 Bitcoins that it bought in January as part of its effort to become what former CEO Marek Okamoto called the pure play Bitcoin investment option. Marathon is scheduled to report earnings on August 13, and the company said it had installed 1,700 miners. So basically, they're buying in because China cannot do anything right now. Or Chinese miners are basically empty-handed. They cannot mine Bitcoin. They're simply relocating, and the hash rates have dropped recently, which we can see that big companies are coming into cryptocurrency, buying in Bitcoin because they know Bitcoin's supply is getting rarer and rarer. The company will install 12,000 miners, and Marathon current CEO Fred Thiel said in a press release that Marathon had performed maintenance and upgrades on system before the deliveries of miners accelerated in anticipation of the decline of global hash rate. So we're preparing for Bitcoin to grow massively up, because if big miners are in, this basically shows a massive support for Bitcoin so far and its prices. Now, if we check over here, another one, US jobs reports show gain of 850K. I'll quickly be going through this one because this is the most important thing. If we're having jobs in the US, it means people have money. And if people have money, people invest into crypto. And a lot of this news that you see on the media, that you see on the mainstream media, is actually connected to crypto as well. So we're basically funded by the market. And sure, their data couldn't change anyone's mind. Bitcoin was changing hands, down 1%. According to Labor Department jobs report on Friday, US unemployment rate rose from slightly to 5.9 to 5.8. So not a big difference. But the labor force participation rate, the percentage of the American population that is either working or actively looking for work, was unchanged in June from May. The unemployment to population ratio is about 58%. So that's good. The more people that work, the more people investing into crypto, the more people have money to spend. And if unemployment rates are high, people are going to be spending on food instead of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin prices have risen over the past year as many investors bet that cryptocurrency could work as a hedge against inflation. Once again, a lot of money is being printed, so we gotta see what happens with the inflation. Assuming the tapering starts sooner, Bitcoiners would no longer be able to count on the Fed bringing more liquidity to the markets through quantitative easing and giving investors the liquidity to risk in more riskier assets. But we're seeing there's a raging debate over the matter of currently ongoing with the central bank, whether the US central bank needs to throttle back from the stimulus as the economy accelerates out of the pandemic to keep inflation from getting too hot. So that's another important thing. And I know this is not exactly cryptocurrency related, but it is. It actually is. More jobs means more crypto basically, but people need to know about crypto first. Only 9% of US or Americans own crypto so far, and I think this is very much tells you that we're very early for Shiba Inu and Bitcoin. So thank you so much for watching today, and see you next time. Peace everyone.